This is the remix. Alex, Belix.
Todo empezó
mientras ella next tocaba.
cuando yo la vi bailando y sin saber yo me fui enamorando. Su mano tomé y comenzamos a bailar. Nada pude hacer, yo no la podía soltar. Yo me acerqué a little closer y bailamos a little slower. I've never felt this way before. Y me enamoré, dancing kizomba.
Me enamoré de su cintura, de su paso y de su piel.
Dancing kizomba.
De cómo sube y cómo baja y su peso sabor a miel.
Dancing kizomba.
Yo nunca había visto un monumento de mujer como usted.
Dancing kizomba.
Y DJ, tú que sabes que la noche no se acabe.
Dancing kizomba. Esa mujer me paraliza el tiempo y sin querer se adueñó de mis sentimientos. Hey DJ, repite el tema otra vez and don't ever stop, pa' que la noche no se acabe. Yo me acerqué a little closer y bailamos a little slower. I've never felt this way before. Y me enamoré, dancing kizomba.
Me enamoré de su cintura, de su paso y de su piel.
Dancing kizomba.
De cómo sube y cómo baja y su peso sabor a miel.
Dancing kizomba.
Yo nunca había visto un monumento de mujer como usted.
Dancing kizomba.
Y DJ, tú que sabes que la noche no se acabe.
Dancing kizomba.
Yo nunca había visto ni resisto monumento de mujer que se moviera tan bien, no, no. Que jugara con el viento y se meneara con las olas mientras al viento ella sola va diciéndolo. Que el movimiento de su cadera va con ella donde quiere y donde quiere que ella crea va soltándolo. Y es esa chispa de su beso lo que me tiene en proceso de bailar junto con ella calentándonos.
Yo me acerqué a little closer y bailamos a little slower. I've never felt this way before. Y me enamoré, dancing kizomba.
Me enamoré de su cintura, de su paso y de su piel.
Dancing kizomba.
De cómo sube y cómo baja y su peso sabor a miel.
Dancing kizomba.
Yo nunca había visto un monumento de mujer como usted.
Dancing kizomba.
Y DJ, tú que sabes que la noche no se acabe.
Dancing kizomba.
Te busco porque
Hola, hola, gente. Welcome to KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. You are listening to your community radio station right here off the Miracle Mile in Stockton, California. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do appreciate you in a big way. Today I'm going to have someone that's going to be coming in to do an interview. It's committee member John Rodriguez from the Stockton Mexican Athletic Scholarship Committee. So don't you go anywhere. You're listening to Sabor Latino right here with Betty Ramirez, KXVS.
Camino acompañado es mejor. Tú dices a donde quieras y yo voy. Toma mi mano y vámonos volando que la vida se nos va y no nos va a esperar y se nos va a escapar. Vámonos volando que la vida se nos va y no nos va a esperar. sonrisa, me darás todos tus besos y caricias. Cada vez que salga el sol y se despida, yo te abrazaré, nunca te dejaré. A tu lado de nada tengo temor, porque son tus ojos que me dan valor. Ya no habrá paso sin tu mano. El camino acompañado es mejor. Tú dices a donde quieras y yo voy. Toma mi mano y vámonos volando, que la vida se nos da y no nos va a esperar y se nos va a escapar. Vámonos volando, que la vida se nos va y no nos va a esperar y se nos va a escapar. Él dijo que todo está perdido y todo.
Yo vengo a ofrecer. ¿Quién dijo que todo está perdido? Yo vengo a ofrecer mi corazón.
Vámonos volando, que la vida se nos va y no nos va a esperar y se nos va a escapar. Vámonos volando, que la vida se nos va y no nos va a esperar y se nos va a escapar.
Ven, bailalo, ay, ven, bailalo. Ven, gózalo, ay, ven, gózalo. Que la rumba está buena y contigo, morena, a Santo Domingo es que me voy yo. Ven, bailalo, ay, ven, bailalo. Ven, gózalo, ay, ven, gózalo. Que la rumba está buena y contigo, morena, a Santo Domingo es que me voy yo. Y es que me voy yo contigo, así que prepara el equipaje, dale que nos fuimos de viaje. Baila mi morena ese swing salvaje, métele coraje y no te me rajes. Al trabajo dale, que nos vamos pa' la isla hermana, saboreando con los tigres y la dominicana. Que hace tiempo que tengo ganas de jugarlo en Punta Cana con mamá Juana, y después si tú quieres lo vamos a seguir. El rumbo por Latinoamérica repartir, el rolling pin morena tal fin, porque vinimos a pariciar y no pa' dormir. 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 Vinimos a pariciar. Ven, bailalo, ay, ven, bailalo. Ven, gózalo, ay, ven, gózalo. Que la rumba está buena y contigo, morena, a Santo Domingo es que me voy yo. Es que me vuelves loco cuando tú te pegas, mami. Es que me vuelves loco cuando tú me besas a mí. Es que me vuelves loco y loco. Es que me vuelves loco. Es que me vuelves loco y loco. Es que me vuelves loco. Es que me vuelves loco cuando tú te pegas, mami. Es que me vuelves loco cuando tú me besas a mí. Es que me vuelves loco y
llores por un bobo. Si te dejas sola yo te robo. Te llevo a un lugar escondido donde podremos estar solos. No llores por un bobo. Si te dejas sola yo te robo. Te llevo a un lugar escondido donde podremos estar solos. Solo, solo, solo. La, 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 yeah. No llores muñeca y vamos pa' la discoteca, mami. La, 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 yeah. Mami, no más lágrimas. De amores en la calle siempre hay de más. Es bobo, lo sé. Me imaginé mi mente pensando cuando la podré tener a usted. Él es un veo, yo solo veo como te pierdes en deseo. Deja que el sol te despierte en mi cama y que la luna sepa que estás aquí. Sin hablar de amor ni de esas cosas raras. Tú eres libre así que vuela, mami. Deja que el sol te despierte en mi cama y que la luna sepa que estás aquí. Sin hablar de amor ni de esas cosas raras. Tú eres libre así que vuela, mami. La, 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 yeah. No llores, muñeca, y vamos pa' la discoteca, mami. La, 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 yeah. Mami, no más lágrimas. De amores en la calle siempre hay de más. Bailando, así te quiero ver. Mi vida, olvídate de él. Mami, no más lágrimas. De amores en la calle siempre hay de más. Bailando, así te quiero ver. Mi vida, olvídate de él. Mami, no más lágrimas. De amores en la calle siempre hay de más. Llores por amor. Si te dejas sola yo te robo. Te llevo a un lugar escondido donde podremos estar solos. No llores por un bobo. Si te dejas sola yo te robo. Te llevo a un lugar escondido donde podremos estar solos. Solo, solo, solo. La, 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 yeah. No llores, muñeca, y vamos pa' la discoteca, mami. La, 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 yeah. Mami, no más lágrimas. De amores en la calle siempre hay de más. J Balvin, man. What up, my jeans? Sky rompiendo. Mousty, Bullene, Infinite Music. Deja que el sol te despierte en mi cama y que la luna sepa que estás aquí. Sin hablar de amor ni de esas cosas raras. Tú eres libre así que vuela, mami. Deja que el sol te despierte en mi cama y que la luna sepa que estás aquí. Sin hablar de amor ni de esas cosas raras. Tú eres libre así que vuela, mami. Let's go.
3. Come on, girls. Hey, you know I like it.
Wow, of course, that was none other than Ariana Grande with Focus. The one before that was J Balvin with Bobo. And of course, you're listening to KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. And you are in tune to Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez. Remember, I told you that I was going to have a special guest coming over to be interviewed. Well, he's here, John Rodriguez. Welcome, welcome. And he's from the Stockton Mexican Athletic Scholarship Committee. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm getting the reading, so let's get that mic a little closer to you. And
am I okay now?
There you go, much, much better. Mucho mejor, mucho mejor. So, you know, we were talking earlier about this committee. When this committee, I want to know the history. When this committee came together, why, who did it, who are the original committee members, and, you know, when did it come about?
Well, what happened was years ago, there was actually, he was my counselor in high school, Victor Ramirez. He started the Stockton Mexican American Hall of Fame. And each year we've had, 4, 5, 6 inductees. We have a nice special event at the...
I have them here every year.
Yes.
Every year. So I'm constantly plugging. So yes, I do see the that list getting bigger and longer and longer. And I'm thinking, that is so cool. So I was just told, I think they're already... getting their individuals, their what's the term?
Inductees.
Inductees. There's one that they've already chosen. She's out of Tracy, and her name is Juana. Dementa.
Okay.
And she expressed, well, she was sharing with me, and I thought, you know what, this is so super, and I invited her to come over to be my guest, and of course she said yes. So fantastic. I'm going to have her next week. And we're going to do the interview. So whenever you go out and select a leader, select a person, what are all the requirements, John? What is it that you look for in a Mexican leader or in a Hispanic, Latino leader? Y por qué and why?
Okay. The reason is one is the Stockton Mexican American Athletic Hall of Fame. So they have to be athletes who have... not been playing at least 5 years, so their career is like behind them. And we one of the things we look at is their career. We look at not just their athletic involvements, but also their social. We've had many who are like school counselors, and that weighs just as heavily as their athletic, what they've done athletically.
Yes.
Because I think we need good role models, good leaders out there. This last year, one of our inductees, Tony Espinosa, he was the athletic director for years over at Stagg High School. He was a basketball coach there. And right now he was the interim athletic director at Delta College. So these are people, we're trying to choose not just people with past, but who are presently doing things in the community.
In the community.
Yes.
They're active.
We're trying to get quality people, not just quality athletes. And that's, what we strive for. Many of ours are in the teaching profession, some are in law or whatever it is, but people who are, like I said, just quality and doing things out there in the community.
Okay. Would you ever take somebody that is a campesino?
If they've played athletics, why not?
Okay.
If there's some kind of, background in athletics is kind of the first thing we look for, and then from there we go into background and what they're doing. We're not going to get an athlete who's a great athlete and spending time in jail.
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah, we're
you gotta
looking
be
for
out there active in the
people.
community,
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Well, I hope so. Well, I was just a question because the reason why I ask, someday I would love to nominate my father. And the reason why I say that, because Daddy was a contractor, farm labor contractor for so many years, and he had so many followers. He did so much in the community for the Latinos.
Yes, absolutely.
And so I was just asking. I was just wondering.
Now you know.
Yeah, now I know. Thank you so much. Well, what is a message that you want to send out there to the kids, to the students, to the high schoolers? Because they're the ones that are going to be applying, right? They're the
Yes,
ones that
absolutely.
are going to be able to qualify. So what are the requirements? So what is it that they need to do?
Well, we do every year. We have a committee, and this year is myself, Dick Sawyer, Brandon Thurman, and we go over a list of applicants. It is called the Veto Ramirez scholarship, and we look at the applicants, and we look at many things: their grade point average, their community involvement. They will make a statement on there why they would like to get this scholarship, and just we want to see the kids that are doing well. They have an athletic background, but we want to see more than that. It doesn't matter how well you did in athletics. We want to see that you're doing something, that you're doing well in school, that you're active in your church, did something at the Senior Citizen Center. We want to see good kids out there that we can, choose and give them a little money to get started in school.
That is awesome. Plus, sets a good example for the next children, the next round of kids, even their brothers and sisters.
Absolutely, yes.
So, yes, definitely. And so for the students, does it have to be high school, or can they be already started in college? Is that something that college students can also apply?
Well,
or I'm not sure how that works.
Yes, we have knocked around the idea of maybe giving someone from junior college who's starting their first year of college, from JC to a 4-year school. Mm-hmm. But right now, we've just chosen high school kids. They're first going into their freshman year, mm-hmm. and trying to make that as comfortable as they can. What we did this year, 2 years ago, we gave out 3 $1,000 scholarships.
Wow!
Yes.
So we're not talking $200-$300.
No,
or $500.
A year ago,
$1,000.
Yes, a year ago we gave out 5.
Wow!
This last year, we gave out 8 $1,000 scholarships.
Unbelievable.
And with a good golf tournament that I'm sure we'll talk about sooner or later, we hope to get at least 10 this year. We're doing good. We're raising monies. We're trying to help kids out make that first year comfortable in college.
That is wonderful. Awesome to hear that, because you know what? The students need to hear that, so that way they know that they can qualify and they can try the following year or their senior year.
Yes.
Right?
The sad thing about this, Betty,
What's
is that we gave out $8,000 scholarships. We could have given out more. We only had 11 applicants this year.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and we're giving out money. We're handing them. It doesn't go to the school. We're handing them $1,000 check. Wow. And with that $1,000 check, we give them the money.
Yes.
Hopefully, a lot of that will go into their books and things like
yes.
that. But college, as you know, you got a daughter in college.
Oh my goodness, it is so expensive, John.
Yes.
One book can go anywhere from $300 to $500.
Yes.
A new text.
And a lot of these kids go in with hardly any money.
Yes.
That can be part of their social too. You go into school, you want to go to have a coffee to Starbucks. You want to go have some ice cream, and that is theirs to do. College got to be a social thing too. They're going to meet some of their friends for life,
Yes.
So this is what
true.
they can do. That they've got the money, they can do something they couldn't do before because they had a little extra spending money. It's theirs. They earned it. I'm sure they would spend it wisely.
I'm pretty sure they would.
Yeah, but it's their money for books. Have a cup of coffee on us, 2 cups of coffee, have some ice cream on us, and that's what we're trying to do.
Ice cream social.
Yes.
Yes. That's something I did at Cal State Hayward. When it was Cal State Hayward, now it's East Bay. So I tell everybody, I feel like my university doesn't exist anymore.
The school on the hill. Yes.
But I love the fact that my daughter was accepted, and she was just so excited. Mama, I'm gonna be going to your stomping grounds, your college stomping grounds, and I thought that is so cool. So when we went over there, I gave her a little tour, but I could not believe how much it's changed too, because the Tower of Power building was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things changed.
It sure enough did, because I recognized part of it, but the other part I did not. It was all new to me. But it was neat to see that, neat to walk the college grounds with my child, that's getting ready to attend. It's a proud moment.
Yes, and that's the joy of this. If you look at our poster, we have a picture there of the students. We take them to a local restaurant, hand them their money. We have their parents there. We take a group photo, and it's a family celebration also. You talk about you and your daughter. We invite their families for lunch, and we say, here, congratulations, Mom and Dad. You guys did a great job. Here's some money for their first year of school. And it's really satisfying for us as a board to say, you know what, we've done these events. We're able to help our kids out, and that's what gives us the pleasure of knowing that we did something for somebody.
So rewarding, John.
Yes, it is.
So rewarding. So tell me about the committee, because I know that you have a lot of originals, right? A lot of pioneers.
Yes.
That started with the organization from beginning, right?
Yes. About 2005 is when they started the Hall of Fame. Beto Ramirez was into that, and we, if you look on our websites, I mean, I've only been a board member like 2.5 years now.
Okay.
But our history goes back somewhere around 2005, and
wow.
And we have some founding members that were back then, Frank Ramirez and Beto Ramirez, and there's a lot of people we can go back that we started there, and then we, as the golf tournament got bigger, when I first came on 5 years ago, we were a 5-member board. Now we're a 9-member board. So we're growing, and the members come and go, but we try to keep the same vision. Okay. We have a golf tournament. We have the Hall of Fame every year that we do, and so we try to keep that vision going. Let's honor some people in their athletic endeavors, and then at the same time, let's bless some kids going into college.
Yes. So let's talk about the golf tournament, because I know I've been picking your brain. I just want the history. I want more information, so that way everybody that is listening for the first time gets to know what you're all about.
And they can come join us also.
Yeah, it's okay. And of course, it's called the Stockton Mexican Athletic Scholarship Committee. And so what is a number where they can get a hold of someone to ask to see what it's required to be a committee, to be on the board? Because that's something that's necessary. Can we give your number out, John?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
my number's there.
209-712-9978.
Yes, and also we have on Facebook, we have the Stockton Mexican American Hall of Fame Scholarship Committee website, and there is also a SMASC.org that we use also for payments for tournaments and things like that. So you can go on Facebook, send a note there, or you can call me, absolutely, and we'll find a place for you if you're interested.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds really good. Now Rick mentioned it to me a year ago.
Now, why haven't we seen you?
Kind of busy building the radio with everybody else, because this is kind of our number one. We're 2 years new.
Oh, fantastic.
And growing. We're like a little rocket.
But
and
we will see you.
It's doing good.
You will make a guest appearance at our golf tournament?
I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a try.
Come have lunch on us.
You know what? What's going to make it really nice is if I can try that hole-in-one contest. 10 grand. Whoa.
Yes. Yes.
I don't have a bad swing.
and that's one thing about golf and the format for a golf tournament. The golf tournament is what they call a best... it's a best ball tournament.
Best ball tournament.
And the way that works, this is a golf ball. Some of you who are not familiar, this is a golf ball.
Okay. Oh, that's a pretty one.
So
it's a neon
yellow.
yellow.
I got a nice yellow one. In case
yellow.
you hit it bad and it's easier to find if you
Yes.
get nice bright
Nice and
pink or
bright.
yellow. Yes. And so there's usually 4 consists of a team. And what happens, you tee it up and you forward bang on the ball, and the best shot you take. So everybody gathers up their ball, wherever the best ball is, and you hit it to the hole, and you continue taking your best shot till you get on the green. All 4 of you putt, and you try to get the best score using your best ball out there. So even if you're not a good golfer, you have someone good on your team, you just keep on taking their shots and keep on. And it's cheaper if you're not a good golfer, because you say, a good golfer takes 50 strokes, you take 100, you're getting a better deal.
Okay. That sounds interesting. I like that. So it has to be a team. It's not solo.
No.
Okay.
And that's the fun part about it. Yeah.
Teamwork. I like that.
And we keep scores. And for our tournament, we'll have a first place winner,
Okay.
second place winner. As a foursome, we'll count up the strokes. We'll have a third place winner. And also, we'll have a prize also for the worst score.
Yes.
So if you got a bad score, you can win
still get a prize.
Yes.
I like that. You still win.
Yeah, and it's all about having fun, going out there, making some new friends, making a little money for the scholarship. But we want to make it so that, hey, I remember I played in this tournament last year. It was so much fun. I got to meet
I
John
can
Rodriguez.
imagine.
Betty Ramirez made a guest appearance out there. And, we wanted to be a
Hole in
fun,
one and
yes.
took the $10,000
Yes,
home.
we wanted to be a fun event, keep having golfers keep on coming back.
Oh, that would be so super.
This year we're at Mickey's Grove Golf Course. In the years
Yes.
past, we were at Oakmore.
Okay.
Oakmore is a 9-hole course. Now, Mickey's Grove is the 18-hole golf course, and we loved Oakmore.
Okay.
But we almost outgrown Oakmore.
Okay.
Oakmore, you can comfortably have 72 golfers. Mickey's Grove, you can have up to 144. We're expecting somewhere
number.
between 80 and 100 this year. So
Wonderful.
yeah, and we've done a good job of talking to friends. Says, hey, come play with us, and Rick's been on. Rick Rios, our president, been on
Yes.
here, and kind of promoting. So we're expecting a good turnout and a fun time. We'll end it with the tri-tip lunch, and
that sounds
giving out
delicious.
our prizes, and we're gonna have good raffles out there. So it'll be a fun event.
Well, it sounds like it. Now, it says here closest to the pin and longest drive.
Yes.
So there's also prizes for that
Yes.
as well, right?
Yes, and
So tell
those
me
are
about it.
probably cash prizes. What happens is, the longest drive is whoever there'll be a designated hole, and there'll be a marker out there, and as someone keeps beating that marker, you keep on placing it further and further, and whoever ends up at the end of the day with the longest drive will win a nice cash prize at the end. And there's also the same thing for one of the par 3, a short hole, and whoever gets closest to the hole will also be able to win a prize on those holes.
Now, there you go.
Yes.
So either way, somebody's going to be able to take away some prizes.
Yes.
And then I heard through Rick that you guys are going to also be raffling away some baskets or some prizes as well.
Yes.
So there's going to be plenty to do out there. But I really have my eye on that 10 grand. I tell everybody, you never know. You never know. It could happen. I was watching TV and there was a little 5-year-old that actually did that.
Like you said, you never
It
know.
started early, and oh my goodness,
You might hit a tree and get a good bounce. You never know.
That's why I'm saying it's worth it. Not only that, but I love the fact that you can mingle with people, meet somebody new, get to know them,
Yes.
and just have a good time golfing. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about, right?
Yes, and we want it to be an experience that afterwards, instead of doing the raffles, what we want to do is have the raffle prizes picked already and just give out the golf prizes. This way you have more time to mingle, meet somebody new, someone that either your network or maybe you make a new friend out there. So we'll spend more time eating and fellowshipping with one another than take, who's got 0025. That can take a lot of time, where we want it to be a situation where you're having lunch, you're making friends, and you're just having a good time.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
And I love the fact that, who's benefiting is our students.
Yes.
It's our high school students, it's our students that want to go to college and, especially cannot afford it because there's so many out there, They have that dream.
Absolutely.
But
And you
their
see
parents,
Betty, yes. And you can look at the picture there, a year ago. You can look there and you can see a black young lady there. There was Asian,
Yes.
I believe she was Vietnamese. We're not.
So you have todos colores, all nationalities, and that's the beauty of it.
We're not selective in that. We want to, bless anybody who's doing well. Because especially in this culture now with the environment and the way things are,
Yes.
the things are going on, people aren't getting along. It doesn't matter to us. If you're a good student, we're going to give you a chance to win one of our scholarships. And this year we had one Indian gal who was from Franklin High School. She had like a 4.6 and she's going to Cal. And we had our luncheon and she was dressed in her beautiful Indian garb and her mom was. And it was just beautiful to see that out there. And that was part of our event.
That is beautiful. Oh
Yes.
my goodness. That is wonderful because, people need to know that too. Just because it's titled, Stockton Mexican Athletic Scholarship Committee doesn't mean it's only for Latinos.
No.
So I'm glad that you mentioned that.
Yes.
It's open for all nationalities, all different backgrounds, all races,
Yes.
which I think is super.
Yes, and
super.
most of our winners granted are Latinos. And I think a lot of people don't realize you don't have to be Latino to apply for this. Maybe that's why we're not getting some of the applicants that we should, but anybody can apply for that. And like I said, we as a committee member, we look at their scholarships, look at maybe their need. Says, man, there's got a 4.3. That kid's taking care of business and involved in school and playing sports.
Right.
They're deserving.
Right. And, let's put out all the contact information so that way people will know who to contact whenever they're ready to apply, because this is important. So put out your phone number, put out your email, whatever contact info that you would like. Go ahead.
Well, the thing that they will need to remember when they're ready to apply is to go to their counselor, their advisors, and ask them about the Beto Ramirez Scholarship.
Beto Ramirez Scholarship. Is this separate from this one here?
No, that is...
It's the same one.
It's the same one.
Okay, why a different name?
Beto Ramirez was the founder of the Hall of Fame, and that's where it came from.
Gotcha.
So we tied the two in. From the Hall of Fame, we started with that, and we went on to the fundraiser with the golf tournament, and that's how we tied it in. But if you go to your counselor, ask for the Beto Ramirez Scholarship. They all have booklets, and sometimes it's hard to find. There's so many scholarships out there. But if you search for that one, go talk to your counselor, look up that scholarship, put in your application, and give us the chance to see that we can give you a little money and help you out in your first year of college.
Oh my goodness. And you know what? Anything helps the students, especially the first year, because that's when they're adjusting. That's when they're trying to figure out what their major is. That's when they're trying to figure out, okay, do I have to work? How many jobs am I going to have to hold? I mean, at one time when I was there, I was holding 2 jobs. One off campus, one on campus.
Yes.
Ask me how I did it. I don't know, but I had that wanting. I had that desire, and
it makes you appreciate it more
Yes.
afterwards. You
Yes,
mentioned
it
your
is.
daughter's going to school
Yes.
and she's working, and she know that there's reasons she's working so she can help make her dreams come true, and she would appreciate this after she gets done with college.
Yes.
She worked hard to make it happen.
She
had
devoted.
the support of her mom, was there with her all the way, and that's why we told these kids, you are where you are because of your parents. You got that support. There's a lot of kids that are missing out on opportunities because they don't have that support. The sad thing about this, Betty, is that I told you we had 11 applicants.
Yes.
We only had 1 male applicant.
Oh my goodness.
I said, where are you?
Or
These
female,
young
one
men
male.
taking care of business.
You're right. You only have
well,
one
no.
male right there too.
Well, that was the year before. Yes, we only had
So
one
that
male
was
then.
last year. You only had 1 male then,
Yes.
because I'm looking at all the females.
And we had Jose Serrano from Edison was the only male this year, and the only applicant
Oh, my
male this year.
goodness.
I said, what
the
are
heck?
our young men doing now?
What's
We
happening
need
out
to take
there?
care of business. Yes.
Well, we're going to make sure that everyone knows right here on their community radio station that when this comes around, because I need to know so I can get it out there. Now, the golf tournament is yearly, once a year.
Yes.
It's always July, correct? Or does it change every now and then?
We're going to try to keep it July. We've had it in October. The only thing about changing into fall months is you're guessing the weather. It can be beautiful, and then that weekend you get rain. We had it
Right.
a couple of years ago, and
Rained out?
it didn't get rained out, but it rained the night before, and that
So it
discouraged.
was wet.
It discouraged a lot of golfers from coming. So maybe we can get a little bit, maybe early September, but right now it's in July. The thing about July, it can be a little hot, and so we're looking at ways to keep it cool afterwards. We'll probably have a fan out there, and we're looking into getting a mister out there, something that will make it comfortable so that you go out there, you're not sweltering in the heat, but we'll have fans and things, liquid refreshments to you. Maybe you want a Modelo afterwards.
Oh, that sounds so good.
But we'll have some water, some refreshments afterwards, and so but it'll be a good time. It'll.
Okay, so what about the students? What do we tell the students? When can they start looking into the scholarships? The junior year, the senior year, or does it matter? Is there a certain time frame that they can apply?
Yes, there are deadlines, but the thing is, once you start the fall, go ahead and look into that scholarship. Keep it in mind. You get the good grade point average. And I would say for kids also, don't forget your community service. That always weighs heavily, whether you're involved in church activity or you went to the senior citizen home. Do something for somebody else. It makes it easier for us to give when we know that person is involved in the community. They're doing something other than just playing sport and going home and doing homework. They're involved. They're well-rounded.
Yes, and that does really improve their way of speaking to individuals, the way they approach individuals, the way they approach just about anything and everything, because that's socializing. You need to be able to do that. Nowadays, you have kids, online doing this, constant on their phones. And, I'm like, okay, we need to put the phones down. We need to look at each other's in the eye, and we need to communicate with your voices.
Well, one thing great about our students is that they're athletes.
Yes.
And if you're an athlete, you have to learn to be in a team environment, how to get along, how not to be selfish, how to communicate with your teammates, if someone is not doing good, how to say, hey, shake it off. You do better next time. Mm-hmm. Is to always, be that team player, be that person who's going to uplift your teammate who's not doing bad, or maybe you're having a bad time. Someone's there for you. The team environment. My wife was telling me one time that people like hiring athletes because they know how to be in a team environment. They're not selfish. They look out after each other. So those
team players.
Yes, absolutely, team players.
Yes, that's neat. That is so neat. You hear that, students? So get ready, okay? Get ready. Write this down on your calendar if you have to, as a reminder, so that way you know what to do. So when that time comes, you are able to apply. And hey, who knows? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but $1,000. Wow.
And
I love hearing that.
Yeah, and it might seem insignificant, and it's a small compared to what the price of school is. But when we can put it in your hand and make that first year, maybe you need a pair of shoes. Maybe you're in a financial situation. I don't have.
Maybe you need a coat, especially in the Bay Area. It gets cold over there.
Especially if you're in East Bay. You get those winds over that top of that hill.
Yeah, it's pretty cold, but it's sure beautiful right there. Let me tell you, I would just sit there sometimes, during the day, or getting ready for the sunsets or sunrises, and sometimes I found myself studying right there and just watch that sun rise.
My youngest one, she went to Dominican University in San Rafael.
Yes.
And it was a gorgeous campus, but she would just take off and watch the sunset over there and just enjoy the beauty of their environment. And you'd be able to get that too at East Bay. I mean, each school has their own,
So you don't have to attend universities near home. No. You can actually apply. How far? I mean, is it possible?
We just have to see that they're going to college. Before we give them their money, we want to see their acceptance letter. Know that they're attending college.
That makes sense.
Yes. So that's a requirement. You can't say,
well, good.
I applied and, you're not going to school. Here's money,
Right.
You have to be a college student. A little spending change there.
Good. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Any shout outs to anyone out there, John?
No, it's been this has been our most successful year as a board. And they've all worked very hard to try to do things.
So shout out to the board. Shout out to the Stockton Mexican Athletic Scholarship Committee. Whoop whoop! Yeah, I love the fact that they're going strong, and they still have a lot of the pioneers, because I see a lot of them, and of course Rick is one. Rick Rios.
Yes, and also, we can't run a successful tournament just having golfers. We have people sponsors. We have, the business people who are say, hey, I'll give you $100 for, to put my name on this hole, or $500. There's always
a donation.
Yes,
Yes.
and what that donation for is this cause. And there's always, you can't run a successful event with having good sponsors, or someone from a local restaurant says, here's the $25 gift ticket, or here's for a dinner of two. There's always other people being involved in whatever you do.
Yes.
The board has worked hard to find those people. I mean,
Right.
they're not just going to come out and give it to you, but they've all worked hard to find those sponsors, to find people who say, okay, yeah, I'll give whatever it is. We have one person who's giving out ukulele and guitar lessons.
Wow, I like that.
Just little things like that they all help make the event special. Everybody who's involved. So all those tea sponsors, all those people who have given us gifts, they're all part of, that helps those golfers who are giving out money for raffle tickets, that they're all get to enjoy what we do here, because they all make that possible.
And this is a nonprofit organization, John?
No, I made $1 million last year.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Just $1 million?
So,
Drop in the bucket.
You need $1? Yeah. Yes, it is nonprofit. We gain nothing but the enjoyment of seeing, this time of year we have a lunch, get a kid with their parents and hand him out a $1,000 check.
That is beautiful.
And that's rewarding.
That is beautiful.
That's why
we're
we do
nonprofit too. We are a community radio station, and we're for the people, by the people. And so I always tell all the organizations out there, you're nonprofit, bring your event right here. Let us promote you. Let's bring it out there to the community, so that way they know to partake, be part of. But we also
let's work together. Yes.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we
and
we need to do that.
Like our event, there'll always be a couple guys from the Black Hall of Fame who come and join. Hey, let us know when your event is, and then we'll go to theirs, or we try to do things with one
Support
another.
each other.
Yes.
I like that. Definitely, I think we could do that. No problem, because we're not going anywhere. We're going to be right here for a long time.
I certainly
so
hope
we can be
so.
your voice. Hey,
especially when you get my age, it says, well, let me go out with a bang. Let me go out with a bang. Know that I did something for somebody.
Something good, something positive,
Yes.
something that our youth are going to be so thankful
and you try to teach that for the youth coming up. They're so used
And
to
then
having
they
their
will come
hands
back
out.
and give.
Yes, they're so used to having hands out and giving. We had one of the guy with the black Lester Bonds. He's with the Black Hall of Fame, and he runs the Kennedy Games. And he says, we need volunteers. So we over at Edison, our JV girls softball team, went out and took score. And so we were teaching them how to go out and do something, volunteer. Do something other than, have your hand out. Let's do something for somebody else. So whenever you can get a kid to do something, it puts something in their heart that I like this. I like doing something, because it's almost a selfish generation now. It's me. What can I get? You see these athletes, it drives me crazy. A guy score a basket, he's pounding his chest. Or a guy catch a touchdown, you pass and he's going crazy. How about the guy who threw it to you?
Exactly.
How about the lineman who blocked for the guy who threw it to you?
Right.
How about the coach that was in the weight room? You never do things alone, There's always somebody helping you out. And that's, that the basic of what our board is. People helping out other people. And that's what we take a joy out of.
Got you. And, that is so necessary. Last year we had our event. It was a third annual Chicano Community Program radio reunion, and we had a lot of students from Cesar Chavez, and they came out. They loved it so much because why? They were able to get out there and mingle with the public.
Yes.
Even if it was a salsa contest, they took the salsa and the chips and they went person to person, and you should have seen them. They loved it because
they learned how to serve.
Yes, and they were getting their points across without having to get too embarrassed, and they were all supporting each other, so they'd giggle and have a great time. And I was observing this, I was watching this, and I thought, look at that.
That's
I
what we
love
need,
seeing that.
Betty,
the interaction was there.
Yes, it's teaching these kids how to have a servant heart. Because, you watch everybody, even you watch them drive on the streets and they're cutting you off and whatever. It's never okay. No, you go first. Let me serve you. What do you want? Can I get you something? You go to somebody's house. It thrills me that you see, can I get you a glass of water? You learn how to have a servant's heart, learn how to do something for somebody else. And then after a while, you keep doing it, it becomes natural. That's, you know those people. You go to the house, mijo, can I get you some? You want a burrito? You want, you go to their house and you have dinner.
Yes. Like they know you're sitting with the whole family having, burrito or something, chile verde.
Chile verde.
Yeah, that is so super.
Menudo, pozole, yeah.
And that's where memories are made, and good friendship is developed.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. So, okay, so shout out to all the Stockton Mexican Athletic Scholarship Committee. Love you. Love what you're doing. And, this hole-in-one contest, I swear that 10,000 is just looking at me because I'm thinking, what would I do with that 10,000? Well, Naomi, of course, college.
Yes.
So who knows? You just might find me over there swinging one of those golfs.
There you go.
I hope I said it right. But, I used to have a good swing, and that was back in the college years because I was learning. But then all of a sudden, I just stopped.
Well, we all used to be able to do things we did 30 years ago.
Yeah, so maybe I could bring it back. I don't know. I might still have that little swing.
Yeah. Well, my sister once gave me a shirt that says the older I get, the faster I was. You keep remember the things you used to be able to do and no longer can do.
Well, this is something that I'm pretty sure everyone's looking forward to. Sounds like fun. Good people, great time. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? So let's put out the contact info. Let's see for registration. Call John at 209-712-9978. Remember that hole-in-one contest, 10 grand. So spread the word.
Yes.
Spread the word.
Get
Because
you
I
out
know
there.
you know golfers out there, and you know they're good. So, hey.
You don't
let
have
them
to
know.
be good.
But you know what?
We know bad golfers. Good, bad, in between. Get out there. Have fun. Yes.
But especially the good ones, because those are the ones that want to put out the money and, hey.
Yes.
Give it a try.
Yes.
They just might take it home. You
never
know. And remember that you get also a prize, an award for the closest to the pin and also the longest drive. So everyone's going to leave with something, right?
And we're going to feed you afterwards.
Tri-tip dinner, or what is it, lunch?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, whenever we get through this tours, and we'll start you off with coffee and donuts in the morning.
So registration is at one time? What, is it at 8, 9 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
We start at 9.
Okay.
And then, you can also go to our website, smasc.org, and you can pay ahead of time if you want to.
There you go.
And we'll start you off with coffee and donuts, and on the turn, there'll be a hot dog there waiting for you. So you have your hot dog, your refreshment, then afterwards we'll feed you. So it'll be a good time.
Oh, it sounds great.
Come on out, please.
Sounds great. It sounds great. Thank you so much, John. Do appreciate you coming out.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
And giving us some time here. Okay, I'm going to do whatever I can to try to make it out there and be part of this. This is awesome.
Yes, we'll see you out there.
And so, yeah, definitely. All right. You heard it right here, KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. Of course, you're listening to Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez.
This is Barbara Berrigan-Perea with Delta Flows, a radio show by the Voice of Stockton and Restore the Delta. This is the weekly radio show where we discuss everything Delta related: the environment, water management, water quality, farming, history and culture, public events, recreation, Delta food, and the arts. Tune in to Delta Flows on KXVS, the Voice of Stockton, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube at KXVS Radio.
KXVS 92.1 coming soon. KXVS.
Keep each other company. Oh, maybe we can be each other's company. Oh, company. Listen each other's lonely nights, be each other's paradise. Need a picture for my frame, someone to share my brain. Tell me what you wanna drink, I'll tell you what I got in mind. Oh, I don't know your name, but I feel like that's gonna change. You ain't gotta be my lover for you to call me baby. Never been under no pressure, ain't that serious. Can we keep each other company? Oh, maybe we can be each other's company. Oh, company. Complications, I'm all about the elevation. We can keep it going up, or don't miss out on us. Just wanna have a conversation, forget about the obligations. Maybe we can stay in touch, oh that ain't doing too much. You ain't gotta be my lover for me to call you baby. Never been under no pressure, ain't that serious, no. Can we keep each other company? Oh, maybe we can be each other's company. Oh, company. Keep each other company. Oh, maybe we can be each other's company. Oh, company.
Señoras y señores, bienvenidos al party. Agarren a su pareja por la cintura y prepárense, porque lo que viene no está fácil, no. Ya. Hey. Yo quiero bailar, tú quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rosar. Yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Quiero bailar, tú quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rosar. Yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Lo que yo quiero es besarte, papi, te lo juro, te me acercas y late en mi corazón. Si lo que quieres es pegarte, yo no tengo problema en acercarme y bailarte este reggaetón. Que los dos tengamos que sudar, que bailemos al ritmo del tema, que me haga fuerte suspirar. Pero pa' la cama digo mira na, porque yo soy la que mando, soy la que decide cuando vamos al mambo y tú lo sabes. El ritmo me está llevando, mientras más te pegas más te voy azotando y eso está bien. A mí no me importa lo que muchos digan, si muevo mi cintura de abajo para arriba, si soy de barrio o tal vez soy una chica fina. Si en la discoteca te me pegas y te animas, sabes que los dos tengamos que sudar, que bailemos al ritmo del tra, que me haga fuerte suspirar. Pero pa' la cama digo mira na. Si yo quiero bailar, tú quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rosar. Yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Quiero bailar, ya quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rosar. Yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Si en la discoteca nos vamos a alborotar, si los dos solitos nos vamos a cariñar. sudar, sudar. Que bailemos al ritmo del tra, tra. Que me haga fuerte suspirar, suspirar. Pero pa' la cama digo, mira, na, na, na. Y yo quiero bailar, tú quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rosar. Yo te digo, si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Quiero bailar, quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rosar. Yo te digo, si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy.
Try me, darling, tell me I need you. Try me, and your love will always be true. Oh, I need you. Hold me, hold me. I want you right here by my side. Hold me, and your love we wanna hide. Oh, I need you. I need you. Oh, walk with me. Talk with me. I want you to stop my heart from a cry. Walk with me. Talk with me. And your love stop my heart from dying. Oh, I need you. it's ladies' night. Uh-huh.
Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies'
your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight.
Breaking signs, robots, please report. Breaking signs, robots, please report to the dance floor. Z-O-I-D-S, Z-O-I-D-S, breaking signs, Z-O-I-D-S, Z-O-I-D-S, baby.
Little bit of Midnight Star, Freakin' Soid, right here at KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. You are in tune to Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez. Thank you so much for tuning in. Continue enjoying the music because you know what? I have a good selection right here just for you. Right here off the Miracle Mile in Stockton, California, KXVS.
Show you how to do it. Yes, we are. We got freak design, robots, and guys. They won't stop, don't stop.
This is Barbara Berrigan-Perea with Delta Flows, a radio show by the Voice of Stockton and Restore the Delta. This is the weekly radio show where we discuss everything Delta related: the environment, water management, water quality, farming, history and culture, public events, recreation, Delta food, and the arts. Tune in to Delta Flows on KXVS, the Voice of Stockton, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube at KXVS Radio.
KXVS 92.1 coming soon. KXVS.
Can you feel it in the air, in the air? Can you feel it? It's everywhere. Can you feel it in the air, in the air? Can you feel it? It's everywhere. your home.
Come on, baby, rock me all night long. Come on, baby, let the good time roll. Come on, baby, let me thrill your soul. Come on, baby, let the good time roll. Roll all night long.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. 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 Yo, pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd are jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. 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 Yo, pump up the jam, pump it up, pump it up. Yo, pump up the jam, pump it up, pump it up. Yo, pump up the jam, pump it up, pump it up. Yo, pump up the jam, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. Yeah. Pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump it up, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump. Pump up the jam, pump it up
you were waiting, contemplating.
With my heart and my love.
You never told me you were waiting, contemplating.
With my heart. Do you mean to say that after all this time I waited like a fool? Now who's been changing you?
You got me hanging on the same now.
I'm not your plaything.
You got me hanging on the same now.
I ain't no plaything.
You got me hanging on the same now.
The masquerading.
You got me hanging on the same now.
I ain't your plaything.
You never told me you were waiting, contemplating. You never told me you were waiting, contemplating. Come on, child, take me by my hand.
Wow, I love that. Loose Ends. This is Hanging on the Strings. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Right here on KXBS 92.1 FM, The Voice of Stockton. You're listening to Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez with a lot of R&B. And you know what? This is cool music, isn't it?
KXBS 92.1 coming soon. KXBS.
Do you want to relive the golden days of Stockton? Join Nate Knott on Stockton Alive every first and third Monday at 6 p.m. Tune into thevoiceofstockton.org.
And of course, remember that you are listening to your community radio station right here in Stockton, California, off the Miracle Mile. Yes, yes. And thank you so much for tuning in. There is events that are coming up. The block party, of course, that's on the 21st of July. You don't want to miss that. That's going to be so awesome. And it's called the Second Annual Summer Wonderland Christmas in July fundraiser, Bedford Block Party. We're going to have music, art, food, drinks, vendors, raffle, and a lot of fun. Right here, right next, you know what? It's going to be part of the art lab as well. That's where we're going to have a lot of the musicians playing the music. And we're going to have speakers outside, vendors outside of the station, KXVS. That way everyone knows exactly where the radio station is located at. And so, yeah, if you want to be part of that and if you want to be a vendor, please give us a call at 209-467-4455. Get a hold of us. Or at the art lab. And that is 2001 Pacific Avenue. Sponsorship and vendor spaces available. Again, the number is 209-467-4455. Or inbox us to thevoiceofstockton.org, that too. And if you want to become a member, you could do so by looking us up on thevoiceofstockton.org. And there you can find all the forms and everything that you need in order to do that. Okay, and not only that, but don't forget, September 9th, we have the Chicano Community Program Radio Reunion, and it's the 4th annual. Yes, and so that one is going to take place at Oak Grove Regional Park in Stockton, right off Highway 5. It is an 8-mile road exit, and it's the park where the Asparagus Fest started, and I'm pretty sure you know where that's at, right? Beautiful park right there, family park. We're going to have bands, local bands coming into play. We have Ramirez with the Ramirez Brothers Blues Band, and also we have the Touch of Magic, and that's Pete Castanon. So thank you, Pete, for coming through. We also have Mariachi Tesoro and the folkloric dancers too, the Zapata folkloric dancers. And we have Yellow Dot and, you know, a band that I interviewed yesterday, and it's called Tres Sols. Three, the third sun. That's what it means in Spanish. Third sol, third sun. Well, anyways, that's a name, and you know what? You can find the interview right here off on our Facebook, KXVS. Awesome band. They actually sang live right here in the station, which I thought was a blessing because it gave us a taste of their music. And it's original. What a beautiful sound. And so they're going to be part of the event as well. Games, authentic Mexican cuisine. I think we're going to have a chile verde. Delicioso. And not only that, but we have a salsa contest and also a guacamole contest. So if you make a good guacamole, enter it, because you just might be that winner. Okay, a lot of games for the families, and not only that, but don't forget the awesome slamming car show. Woo! We're going to have a lot of car clubs that are going to be part of it this year. And let me tell you, I'm excited to see the cars that are going to be entered. So that's another thing you can look forward to. Again, that is September the 9th, which is a Sunday, 2018, at the Oak Grove Regional Park. Starts at 11 o'clock, and it goes to about 6. Okay, that'll let you know about that. Mark Anthony, I've got you. Right here on KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. Sabor Latino.
Girl
KXBS on 92.1 coming soon. KXBS.
Can you feel it in the air, in the air? Can you feel it? It's everywhere. Can you feel it in the air, in the air? Can you feel it? It's everywhere.
soltar. Sudando, sudando, lo van pescando. Sudando, sudando, van agarrando. Sudando, sudando, lo van pescando. Sudando, sudafricano, hermano, va sudando. Ahí nada más. Aprieta. Yo sé que a ti te gusta. Y bacalao pa' que tú lo comas. Salao. Come bacalao pa' que tú lo pruebes. Salao. Y bacalao pa' que tú lo comas. Salao. Come bacalao pa' que tú lo pruebes. Salao. Sudamérica va sudando. Sudamericano, hermano. Salao. Sudamérica. Sudamericano, hermano, va sudando. Salao. Cómetelo en la cocina, cómetelo en cualquier lado. Salao. Frítalo, frítalo, frítalo. Cómetelo, 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 bacalao pa' que tú lo comas. Salao. Come bacalao pa' que tú lo pruebes. Salao. Y bacalao pa' que tú lo comas. Salao. Come bacalao pa' que tú lo pruebes. Salao. Saladito. Salao. 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 Ese pecado está salao. Salao. Oye, ve. Salao. Saladito nada más. Salao. Salao. She smokes, ha ha. 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 She smokes.
She came from nowhere, all dressed up as a lady. She started dancing in a disco uptown, and the men went crazy. It was the lady. Oh well, she danced and danced through the night, with a body that was made out of sight. And from the spotlight, her face was all aglow, and everybody was feeling uptight. Then the music stopped, and they turned off the lights, and that's when the crowd
smokes two, two. She smokes beep beep. She 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 smokes two, two.
brillante. Llevo siempre por dentro, dentro de mi corazón. Me diste la libertad para buscar mi realidad ideal. Encontré la claridad y la sinceridad y la unidad. Aprecio todo lo que me has dado, tantas lecciones que me has enseñado. Incondicionalmente me has ofrecido tu cariño y tu amor divino. Gracias por el fuego, gracias por el calor brillante. Llevo siempre por dentro, dentro de mi corazón. Me acuerdo de esos días, sacando sobre lo mismo con una sonrisa, y me abrazaste y me dijiste que el día de mi suerte, que pronto llegará. Llevo siempre por dentro.